Hi guys, welcome to Module 3. Yay! You've nearly finished, and thank you so much for sending me your feedback from Module 2. I appreciate that. So this one is going to be very powerful for you guys, not just in your personal life, but in business and teamwork. I'm going to take you through a different form of communication style that you might never have heard of, and it's one thing that I learned 26 years ago, and I still use it to this day, and it serves me really, really well, and my clients and the teams I work with. It's called transactional analysis, but you don't even need to worry about that. So I will give you a very brief outline of it during the workshop, but you don't need to learn it, the full depth of it. You know, I did a huge course on it because I was manager of a really big team, and I was asked to teach it, not just to my team, but to other managers as well. And you'll find it hopefully really powerful. So why is communication so hard? Well, it's because we have a default setting on how we communicate. Depends on how we were brought up, what's happened to us, and how we've learnt to react. So we react more of the time. We don't respond. So a reaction is almost like a triggered setting that we've got, whereas a response is a much more mindful, considered, calmer way of talking. And it's not just about talking, it's about your eye contact, your facial expression, your body language, your tone. But this module is going to be speaking about ego states. So ego state in this program means your state of personality, kind of, with how you communicate. And it's going to talk about 3 styles. Well, I'm going to talk about 3 styles: the parent ego, the adult ego, and the child. I want you to really, really remember, I am not talking about a parent or an adult or a child as in age or role. I'm talking about a trait, a communication style. Now, the parent ego state is split into 2. It's split into a critical parent and a nurturing parent. The adult is just one, and there's you'll see information on this, and I've created some graphics for you as well. The child is also split into 2. The child split state is free child, or it's gone out of my head, hang on a second, free child or adaptive child. So I'm going to go through all 4 states and how they can be what's called a cross transaction. So you're going to hear me talking about ego states and transactions. And ego state is the parent, adult, or child, where we come from with our communication. Oh, sorry, I haven't got my teeth in today. Put them back in. Is our communication personality style. Transaction is how we do it, is the action of that conversation or that interaction. It will all become much clearer when we do this together. But for this video, I want you to remember the 3 states, ego states I'm talking about, are not a person as such, they're a state of being. Critical parent, nurturing parent, adult, free child, adaptive child, states of being. And I'm going to run through all the different parts of those as well, and how none of them are wrong, but it's just how they can go wrong. If for example, if I was in a free child state of personality, I would be quite carefree, quite creative thinker, and I would be kind of in my own space, in my own bubble. If you were a critical parent state, you'd be very bossy towards me, very controlling, and want me to hear what you've got to say. So if that personality style is a critical parent style, and they understand that this other personal style is more of a free child style, then there's a different way to get that message across so that it's even. So if I was in a critical parent state, but I knew I was going to be talking to someone who's more free-willed, more creative, I would just be more mindful of how I wanted to talk to that person, to engage with them. So I would expect them to be a free child. and they would be okay with me being that because I expect them to be that. If I'm in this role and I expect them to be an adult about it, that's going to go wrong. So it's all about understanding where you are and how that triggers another person if you expect them to be something else. And we want what's called an even transaction, a respectful transaction. So this is probably as clear as mud. I hope that all that you get from this is there's different ego states that we use, and there's a way that we connect, and that's the transaction. So ego states, transaction, and we're looking for even transactions. So this is what this workshop is about, and what you're going to learn from it is what's your default ego state, and how does that feel when you expect someone to be the same as you, or it could be the opposite. You could be a free child who's all carefree and creative, and you know the other person's default is critical, so you're kind of already not going to enjoy that interaction. So again, you have to change your game a little bit to get them on board. It is complex. If you want to study it beforehand, go ahead. It is very deep, and it took me a long time to learn it, and there's so much more to it than this. But I believe in just teaching you a few basics. It will help you change all of your relationships, not just with other people, but the one with yourself. Because guess what? We're normally the critical parent with ourselves. I hope this helps. I apologise for my teeth falling out, but hey, it's okay. I'll see you all on the workshop. Thank you.